Okay, I'm coming up on the last prayer time. We have Chris Woerner, and Chris, I appreciate you checking in here. For people who aren't aware of Chris Woerner, he is the best represented author, second only to Dave Sim, in the Cerebus archive, because the guy is just so darn productive. This would be a good chance to just do a lap dissolve of all of Chris Woerner's books, which are now stored in Camp David. I used to have them in the Off-White House library, and they just started taking over an entire bookshelf. And that doesn't happen a whole lot. Chris Woerner's books, always recommended. If you want to know the only time Dave Sim gets the experience of doom scrolling, read Chris Woerner's books. Chris Woerner commenting on current history and recent history. You just can't get a better 2023 zeitgeist manifestation than Chris Woerner books. Just a question, is the throwing a baby scene anywhere on A Moment of Cerebus? And has Baby Yoda ever said, quote, get what you want or not get what you want? There is no happiness, unquote. Matt says, I think maybe the baby throwing pages are around Ammon. You want to add to that one?
I've figured out today how to find out. I just gotta. There's on the page. There's a section of labels, and every post gets a label, unless Birdsong sneaks in and posts something, and then there's no title, no label. It's just whatever he's posting because he doesn't understand how it works.
And that's when you go Birdsong.
Yeah, pretty much every time I'm like, you could at least put a title on it. But one of the labels is Church and State 1, and if I posted it, it would be tagged with Church and State 1, so I'm going to look, and if it's there, I will put the link in when I post this, and if it's not there, it'll be there Sunday or Monday.
Okay. All right. Well, you can't do better than that for the money that you're paying, Chris, so bear that in mind. Okay, like I say, prayer time's coming up, so I'm going to run along all my best to Paula and Janice Pearl and Bullwinkle, as always. And God willing, we'll do this again next month, Matt.
Well, the only wrinkle in that is, in 2 weeks, I'm flying to Disney for a quick 3-day, hey, we found cheap tickets with the wife and kids for her birthday. And while I am getting on an airplane, it's not that I have a fear of getting on an airplane. It's just it's better to have a plan and not need it than need a plan and not have it. So I will be swearing in Brian as the new editor until I get back, because he's basically my vice president.
Right.
And so, God willing, and the planes land correctly, I will be here next month and we will talk. And if anything goes wrong, you'll be talking to Brian. And he'll be going, how do I do this? And cursing my name.
That's right. Well, always something to look forward to in the world of Cerebus fan. Have a good night, Matt.
Have a good night, Dave. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And now, for all of those who stayed till the very end, a special message for the members of the Little Orphan Aardvark Secret Society. Set your decoders to A equals A. This is a Steve Ditko's Mr. A code. 9. I. Diamond. Diamond. X. 5. Spade. 0. E. I. Space. 1. 0. Diamond. Taurus. Space. M. Spade. 8. I. Space. 1. M space Taurus 1 7 space I 0 6 I 4 I S X space Taurus 1 7 space A diamond Q space V 7 6 X space M 4 I V spade I space infinity I 6 5 space 6 yin yang I space V spade infinity space 2 4 spade Gemini I space 9 spade 6 yin yang space Libra Scorpio C space 2 6 5 Q space E 1 0 infinity 4 A 6 7 diamond A 6 spade 1 0 5 space 6 1 space yin yang spade skull and crossbones X space A 0 S space A diamond space 6 yin yang I space 4 I 5 6 space 1 M space Taurus 1 7 space I 0 6 4 A 0 6 5 Q. I may have forgotten some spaces, but you'll figure it out. Last one out, turn out the lights.